Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So tonight, let's talk about what happened today, what to expect tomorrow. There's something big coming out tomorrow. And of course, you can't miss this insane metric for Bitcoin. All right, let's do it. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys had a good day. Wherever you may be. Bitcoin, unfortunately didn't do so well this morning during my stream. We were hovering around 61, then now we came back down a little bit, but overall, we are still going sideways, although some of the alts are still doing quite well. I noticed that some of the alts are still way in the green, right? You can see like Avalanche is up, Tron is up, I saw Matic is up. We do have some good movement today. So that's for sure, right? But overall, why are we still going sideways? What's this big event to look forward to tomorrow? Well, you know what? Tomorrow we got this Fed minutes. So this basically is going to, it's a written report of what was said, okay, in the last FOMC meeting. That's basically what it is. So can we see some dovish things said in the last meeting? Of course, I think we will, because, after the last meeting, a lot of people were disappointed we didn't get a rate cut, but Powell himself said that they seriously thought about cutting the Fed fund rate in July, right? So probably in the minutes, it's going to show a lot of debate back and forth, and it may signal that Powell and his buddies are up for some aggressive rate cuts in the future. So it may be good. It may be good. So we will see. But of course, everyone wants to know what he really is thinking now, not what he was thinking last month, what he's thinking now. And that's going to come on Friday. Okay. During the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium, that's a mouthful, where he's going to do a speech, and he's going to give his thoughts about what he's thinking overall, and maybe he's dovish then, right? I've already said, watch out for this week. We may get some volatility, right, as Wall Street's trying to digest how to play the market. Remember, Wall Street is very reactionary, okay? We don't want to be reactionary. We want to be pro-action. Does that make sense? Yes, we want to make the moves ahead of time, right? We want to be proactive, not reactive. So, that's why we're in Bitcoin, right? We know Bitcoin is the true answer to all the shenanigans that we're hearing about with the rates, with economies, with central banks, with leadership, with countries. Bitcoin is the way. You know what used to be the way? Gold. In fact, some argue gold is still the way. Gold is on track to close the highest ever in its history. Okay, about 2550. 2550. Those of you guys that are gold bugs, you're probably cheering because this is the most it has moved in decades, right? But gold wasn't always up here. Gold, for a very long time, did not move. Did not move at all, right? But many are seeing the similarities between Bitcoin and gold. Okay, because Bitcoin is digital gold, and Bitcoin is set to replace gold. So Bitcoin, in essence, is moving just like gold. Look at gold when it was consolidating. It took a long time, many years before it broke out, right? But right now, we're talking about months for Bitcoin, not years. So, I mean, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Okay. Bitcoin moves way faster. It's pharmaceutical gold, according to Michael Saylor. It has all the positives, none of the negatives. So gold bugs that's been holding for decades upon decades upon decades upon decades are feeling pretty good with gold reaching all-time high. But for us Bitcoiners, a few months of downwards or sideways movement is unacceptable because we're used to the massive gains and the massive moves, which will be coming. It's not like it's not coming, but we see a lot of similarities right now. A lot of similarities, right? And, Bitcoin is moving. You're looking at charts. It's so similar. Again, it took how many years, how many decades for gold to finally break above its previous high? It took 10 plus years. In fact, 14 years to break out of that sideways movement. Luckily, it didn't take Bitcoin 14 years to break out of its previous high, right? That was set in 2021. It only took 3 years, not 14 years. And when we do break out, we will be making another high. And that is coming later this year and next year. So right now, while Bitcoin is still low, just think about it this way. Bitcoin is at a 20% discount right now. So if you love Bitcoin at all-time high, you should love Bitcoin even more now because it's discounted. Just like if you love your favorite car or your favorite home or your favorite gadget or your favorite whatever, if it's 20% off, then you should love it even more. That's the way to think about Bitcoin and crypto right now. We're discounted, yes, but it won't be discounted forever. The sale is going to end soon. Right? That's why. That's why Wall Street is buying. The ETF volume is still exploding. We know all about BlackRock. We even know about Grayscale. Grayscale, unfortunately, keeps on dumping and selling. Their share of Bitcoin ETF has fallen below 25%. So if you're looking at it right now, the big three is IBIT with BlackRock, Grayscale, and Fidelity. Fidelity had kind of leveled out, but you could see BlackRock has not, keeps on going up, and Grayscale's falling at a tremendous rate. So pretty soon, Fidelity will also be above Grayscale, right? That, unfortunately, is still happening. But someone like Larry Fink of BlackRock knows this is time. Look at that picture. He's laughing all the way to the bank because this is the time to be loading up. 350,000 BlackRock stash is the third largest behind Binance and Satoshi. And the way they're going, they will surpass Binance soon. And maybe within a year, they can also surpass Satoshi. And Larry Fink is going to be laughing more, right? It's not a good thing. This is not something that we should be proud of. However, it does go to show you the mindset of some of the most powerful people on the planet that now have come to understand that they have missed out. Bitcoin was created by the people, for the people, and for so many years has made people extremely wealthy and have empowered them to believe in something that is not controlled or created by our government. And now some of these guys, these insanely wealthy and powerful people also realize that. And they're like, there's something here. We got to accumulate. We have to buy up as much as we can. Maybe not for good reasons. Maybe because BlackRock wants to control Bitcoin, right? Manipulate its price forever. There's many reasons. But they keep on accumulating, and that's what I've been telling you guys. Retail investors are falling for the FUD while the big boys continue to buy and load up. Shouldn't be like that. Shouldn't be like that at all. Here's an example that's comparing Bitcoin to the Japanese stock market, you know, TechDoug loves to do this, but if you color code it, you'll see that, hey, it's very, very similar. But again, the Japanese Nikkei 225 index, that was a span of 50 years. But for Bitcoin, we're a span of just, you know, a decade, right? But it's very, very similar. Very similar indeed. And if we're following the same yellow pattern, that's projecting Bitcoin to hit up to like $2 million, which probably will happen sooner than you expect. I would say definitely within the next 10 years, that is going to be a reality as inflation drives prices higher, as scarcity really takes effect when the exchanges start running out of Bitcoin. What do you think is going to happen to the price? You think Larry Fink is just going to stop buying? No. That's when BlackRock has total control, and that's not good. That's why you got to load up before that happens, or it's going to just be way too expensive to accumulate any significant amount of Bitcoin or sats for that matter. But there are good things, insane metrics, right? There are a lot of insane metrics. I showed you the comparison to gold. I showed the comparison to the Japanese market. But you look at like stable coins, for example, total market cap stablecoin is all-time high. What do you think is going to be done with all the stable coins? 165 billion, highest ever in history. This is all going to be used to buy Bitcoin and crypto, right? That's why they exist. Otherwise, we wouldn't have 165 billion of stablecoins flowing, right? We get $1 billion here, $1 billion there, $1 billion for everyone. I wish I could mint $1 billion of USDT at Tether, but we see it every single day now. And these are being used, or they will be. Right now, maybe they're on the sidelines, but they will. They definitely will. Here's another interesting fact from Plan B. Bitcoin, 60,000 is up 4x from the bottom, just like the pump in 2017 and 2021, right? And look at what happened after Bitcoin went up 4x from the bottom. That's when it went up to the parabolic phase. That's what I've been telling you guys. The parabolic phase is coming. Probably going to start next month. Right? We're finally in September. We're going to get a rate cut. We're close to the presidential election. And things are moving. And if you look at previous cycles, September is around the time frame when things start moving. So you just have to stay strong, stay focused, and let the gains come to you. And more importantly, don't let the big boys like BlackRock take all of your Bitcoin. Accumulate what you can before it becomes too expensive. Think about it. When Bitcoin hits $1 million, just to buy 0.1 Bitcoin, just a fraction, a tenth of a Bitcoin will cost you $100,000. To buy 0.01 Bitcoin will cost you $10,000. You could buy it for way less now. Way, way less now. Think about it, okay? Don't wait until it's too late. All right, let's do some Q&A. All right. By the way, I'm on X all the time, but I never really play around with Grok. And you could see Grok new. I mean, Grok is really, really good. Really good. You could learn about any person, anything. I asked this, give me a price prediction for Bitcoin. Give me a an end of year price prediction for Bitcoin. I did this earlier. Let's see if it answers the same way. So it's optimistic, moderate, conservative, bearish views, technical, historical trends, long-term predictions. So here's the prediction. After taking into account of everything, it's predicting Bitcoin will be trading between $80,000 to $100,000 by the end of 2024. That's right on track. 80,000 is slightly less than what I'm expecting, but I don't think anyone will complain if Bitcoin ends at $80,000 by the end of the year. But I do think it's more like six figures, 100,000, right? So even Grok AI thinks it's between $80,000 to $100,000. All right, let's see if I miss anything. I'm scrolling up here. Everyone's still talking about Dave. Are you strapped on ready for blast off? I sure am. I sure am. Where's a good picture? Chasm Way says, once Bitcoin gets past 100K, then most people will never have a chance to become a whole coiner. It's true. I mean, even right now, I mean, so many people are depressed at 59, 60,000 Bitcoin. How many people can take 60,000 out of their bank account and go buy a whole Bitcoin with it? Very, very little. That's the thing. It's already becoming very expensive. Once Bitcoin hits 100, 150, 200,000, you know, it's going to be almost unattainable for most retail investors. That's why you got to load up now. Fluffy wants to know about ICP. Let's see what Grok says. The Internet Computer Project, ICP, has faced significant criticism and negative feedback from various corners of the crypto community for several reasons. Centralization concerns. Okay. The consensus algorithm and structure of node operation data center have been highlighted as points where centralization could be exploited, potentially making the network vulnerable to attacks or censorship if a significant portion of the nodes were compromised. Lack of real-world use cases and adoption. Outages and transaction failures. Token economics and supply issues. There's mention of billions of dollars worth of tokens being created annually, which can lead to inflation. Marketing over substance. Transparency and communication, scalability and performance, community and developer sentiment, and historical baggage. I mean, that's a ton of reasons why ICP sucks so much. Okay? Grok even knows it. Will XRP ever hit $589. I just want to see the answer. Short to medium term, it's unlikely for XRP to reach $589 in the next few years due to sheer market cap required, the current state of adoption, and broader current market dynamics. Long term, while theoretically possible, the conditions under which XRP would hit $589 would involve transformative changes in global finance, widespread adoption beyond what's currently envisioned, and perhaps even systemic changes in how we view and use currency. This scenario, while not impossible, seems like a distant speculative future rather than a near-term goal. So basically, it's saying, fat chance. It's not going to happen. Grok is pretty awesome. First time I used Grok. No, it's not the first. I take that back. I've used Grok before, but it's much more intelligent now than before. Can you ask Grok what cockwood was? I don't think it's smart enough. You could do that in your own time. What do you think about cornucopias? I met the founders during consensus. Their mini game is okay. Their full game is not going to be out anytime soon. I think it's going to be next year. So I guess we'll see how it is once it comes out. Javier, when is the next fight? Next month, during Token 2049, September 18th. We just closed all the cards today. We will have 6 fights. It's going to be amazing. Vinny, what's your prediction about AVAX and Cardano after the end of this year? And can they pass their last all-time high? AVAX could. I think Cardano could. But after that, I don't know. I think Avalanche is banking all on games right now, and that could pay handsomely if games catch on. Cardano, you know, they have their upgrade, and they still have Charles. You know, if they continue to onboard more people after their governance is done and scaling is done, then sure. How does render chart look like? Can it make a comeback? Yes, because it's in the AI space. It'll come back. It actually peaked earlier this year to about $12. So that's like 3x from here. Can it do that again? Certainly. It even broke the 2021 high. That's amazing. Most alts have not done that. Kevin, will you start midday streams again? We missed those. When did I have a midday stream, man? No one misses those. You're making that up because I don't even remember when the last time I had a midday stream. It's been like probably 5 years at least. Should we get Martin Ford to fight Crow in the IFC? Who's Martin Ford? Here, Ron Paul put a good one. Good question. How can I obtain life-changing wealth? Start your own business, tech startup, e-commerce, investments. Cryptocurrencies is one of the investments. While highly volatile, significant wealth has been made through early investments in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Career advancement, high-paying careers, tech careers, freelancing, education and continuous learning. I'm not so sure that's going to do it. Savings and financial discipline. I'm not sure that's going to do it either. Ethical considerations, luck and time, luck and timing. Yeah, I think it's more from entrepreneurship, investments, career advancements. Everything after that doesn't quite make sense anymore. Which crypto will... Let's see if it can pick anything. No, it won't. It won't. It can't answer everything. You think Digibyte or Harmony going to make a comeback? No. Venomous Valentine. I'm gonna be honest. If I cared about Grok, I'll use it myself. That's the thing. You should. I don't see why. Half the questions that people ask, well, do you like ICP? Do you like XRP? You know, not to discourage you guys from watching, but you could use Grok or just use Google and find out for yourself. Charles Thompson, please talk about what is happening now, not Bitcoin history. Who sold today to cause the dip and yesterday? Your mama. What do you want me to say? Sometimes we don't have the answer. I don't have a magic 8-ball that tells me exactly who sold today or tomorrow or whether or not, you know, your mama is selling Bitcoin. I don't know. So cool it, Charles. George, has owning a Ferrari ruined cars that are less? No, I'm very objective when it comes to cars. I look at like the category it's in, the price range, so I try to be objective. What is this? Oh. Aren't the Fed notes tomorrow just a transcript of the talk he gave about rate cuts? Isn't that the same info? You would figure it is, but it's not, because there are some closed door things that was said that he didn't reveal, or the whole group didn't reveal. So, sometimes we do see some new information come out. I just want sauce boss. I just want enough to pay off my 2023 Kia G5 GT line. You know, the newer Kias are not bad. I'll say that. Not bad at all. I hate what they did with the new Tacoma TRD Pro. There's no back seat, just rear storage with extra rear doors. You know, I saw that, and they put in some weird, like, suspension seats, too. But I thought there was still storage space. I mean, there's still seats. Maybe they just removed it. I forgot. I'll have to look. But they do look badass, though. The new Tacoma TRD Pros look really nice. What do you think about a new ZR1? I know it's off topic, but yes, I do say it. I love off topic questions about cars. I love the new ZR1. You know, the new Lamborghini came out. They revealed it. Termario or something like that. And it was a lot less impressive than ZR1. I mean, it was like some stupid, you know, hybrid twin turbo V8 setup that produces 900 horsepower. But you know what? Chevy with the ZR1, no hybrid, just pure V8 with turbos pushing over 1,000 horsepower. And the ZR1, to be honest, looks way better than the new Lambo. And it's faster and it's going to be way cheaper too. That new Lamborghini is, the Huracan replacement is a big disappointment. In the back, it looks like a McLaren. The front is less aggressive, and the horsepower output is not better than a ZR1. So I would totally buy the ZR1 if I can get my hands on it, if it's not crazily marked up, and MSRP is within reason. I think they're probably going to charge like $250 for it, if I had to guess. Drew Ellis, I changed oil for 2.5 years. I saw a few Kias over 300,000 miles. They still drive perfectly. Yeah, the newer Kias are okay. The older Kias, I'm talking about the 20-year-old Kias, they are garbage. But anything within the last 10 years, I'd say, are okay. You saw a new blue ZR1? No way. No way they're out already. Matt D, I do agree with you. Back in the day in high school, you know, I still remember like, you know, the Cobra Mustangs pushing like, you know, 300 horsepower. Then it was like 400 horsepower, and it's like, it was crazy, you know, back then. You put on a Whipple charger or you change the pulleys or something, you're pushing 500 to the wheels. But now it's like cars are like, you know, pushing 800, 900 to the wheels stock from the factory. It's kind of insane. Let me try to find it. That new Lambo's. I can't even pronounce it. The new Lambo Temerario. See, like, even in the name, half the people can't even pronounce that. Huracan people can pronounce. Temerario. It's just such a horrible, difficult name to even say. And that looks exactly like a McLaren in the back. It's pure garbage right there. That's what it is. Huracans will go up in value because of this. That looks exactly like a McLaren. I guess that looks okay, but front, if you look at it directly from the front, doesn't look good. What's the new ZR1? Show me some damn pictures. I don't know what's going on here. They should be showing some more pictures. Anyways, ZR1 for the win. That engine produces 1,064 horsepower without the use of, 1,064 horsepower from a 5.5 liter V8. No hybrid whatsoever, just pure V8 muscle. That's crazy. That's just crazy. I'll just leave that picture up. Different things. Here we have huge tax on cars. I hear a lot of countries have that problem. Los asks, do you really think it matters who wins the presidency for the sake of crypto, or crypto will thrive regardless? Crypto will thrive regardless, but probably one side will help boost it faster than the other side. So I'll leave it at that. Robert says, you guys are all car guys. I'm more of a boat guy myself, looking to buy a 40-foot fountain with 1,500 horsepower after this bull. That sounds amazing, but I would say most people are not boat guys. I don't mind getting on a boat, but do I have any aspirations to buy a 40-foot, speedboat or buy a yacht? My answer is no. What do you think about Maserati? Huge depreciation on all Maseratis, so no. All right, guys. I think I went a little long today. Overall, we got some great things happening. A lot of insane metrics for Bitcoin. Do not let the big boys take everything. Make sure you get some for yourself. Daniel, Ledger Stacks, cop or drop? The new Ledger stuff is kind of cool. Stacks is cool. And what's their other one? Shoot. They just came out with another one that's cheaper than Stacks. That's also pretty cool. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one.